and welcome to the USA New Times. I'm Quizela, bringing you the latest updates around the world. We begin with the developments in international media and politics, move to rising political tension in Central Africa, and end with a major decision affecting African football fans. USA President Donald Trump has announced that ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia is closer than ever. This statement follows high-level talks held in Berlin, Germany on December 14 and 15, 2025, which brought together Ukrainian President Zelensky, European leaders, and representatives from NATO and humanitarian organizations. The President Trump described the discussion as a productive, emphasizing that both Zelensky and European leaders are committed to ending conflict. He also said that extensive talk with Russian President Putin suggested that progress towards ceasefire is nearer than it has ever been. President Zelensky acknowledged that previous discussions with the USA and European leaders had been challenging, but he said the Berlin meeting produced meaningful results. The talks took place amid continued pressure from the Washington, D.C. on Kyiv, encouraging Ukrainians to consider territorial compromise as part of broader effort to achieve peace. Following the meeting, officials released joint statement confirming that European and American leaders are committed to providing security guarantee for Ukraine if a ceasefire is implemented. The war in Ukraine began in February 2022 when Russia launched a full-scale invasion, leading to massive civilian and military casualties and widespread destruction. According to the United Nations Office of High Commissioner for Human Rights, OHCHR, as of July 2025, more than 13,000 civilians have been killed and over 35,000 injured. Ukrainian authorities reported in February 2025 that 31,000 soldiers have been died. Truth independent analysis suggested the figure could be high as 17,000, with an additional 35,000 missing. Russian sources, including the independence outlets, indicates that over Russian soldiers have been confirmed killed. The Berlin talks could mark a turning point in the nearly 4 years conflict, offering hope for negotiated ceasefire and step towards lasting peace. However, leaders now face the difficult task of balancing territorial negotiation, humanitarian concern, and security grants as the world watches closely. United States President Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit seeking $10 billion in damages against the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC. According to legal filing, Trump accuses the BBC of defamation, alleging that the broadcaster aired reports he said were misleading and damaging to his reputation. Trump adds that the coverage influenced public perception and caused significant personal and political harm. Legal analysts say the case could become one of the largest media-related lawsuits in recent history, raising important questions about press freedom, editorial responsibility, and the limits of political reporting. The BBC had acknowledged the lawsuit and said it is reviewing the claim while emphasizing its commitment to accurate and fair journalism. The case is expected to proceed through the courts process that could take a month or even a year. Observers say the lawsuit may also have broader implications for how international media organizations cover high-profile political figures. In the Central African Republic, political tension is growing ahead of upcoming election as President Faustin faces increasing pressure from opposition leaders. Several rival candidates have accused the government of limiting political space and have raised concern about transparency and fairness in election processes. The opposition is calling for reforms while urging authorities to ensure equal opportunities for all candidates. At the same time, security remains a major challenge. Armed groups are still active in parts of the country, particularly outside the capital, Bangui. Analysts warn that insecurity could affect voter turnout and the overall credibility of the election. The government says it's working with national security forces and international partners to stabilize the country and guarantee the safety of voters, election workers, and observers. A regional organization and international partner are closely monitoring the situation, urging calm and dialogue to prevent violence before, during, and after election. Turning to sport, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has officially announced a ban of vuvuzela at the African Cup of Nations 2025. CAF says the decision is aimed at improving communication security and the overall match experience inside stadium. Officials argue that excessive noise from vuvuzela can interfere with the referees' communication and security coordinations and also broadcasting quality. While fans have welcomed to move, saying it will make matches more enjoyable, others argue that vuvuzela are part of African football culture and atmosphere. AF have advised fans to respect stadium regulations and say alternative fans activities will be encouraged to maintain excitement during matches. The 2025 African Cup of Nations is expected to attract millions of viewers across the continent and beyond. That brings us to the end of this news update. Thank you for listening. Keep following us on our social media, the USA New Times.